Welcome to another episode with LA Academy. Today we're going to be doing factorization. So, let's start with factorization of difference of two squares. So, before we do anything, we would like you to kindly subscribe and help us reach our goal of 500 subscribers before the end of this year. So, that would be very much helpful if you do that. So let's start our difference of two squares, and thank you for the subscription in advance. So let's start with difference of two squares. So what do we do when you find the difference of two squares? Like number one is we are given. So every time you see a difference of two squares, all you have to do is just open two brackets, right? Just open two brackets. After you open two brackets, fill up your bracket with a plus and a minus in the middle, and after that comes the way easier part. You just square root what you have been given. So you do square root of x squared and square root of 1, square root of x squared and square root of 1 again. Then you will do your mathematics. You see, square root of x squared is x, because the square root will cancel the power to the 2, power of 2, which you are given there. And square root of 1, if you press it on your calculator, it is just 1. So you do the very same thing here. Square root of x squared is x minus square root of 1, which is 1. So just like that, you have found your answer. So you'll do the same thing here. Number 2, when you're doing a number 2, you basically do the same thing. You just open two brackets. Open your two brackets like that. Then you have a plus and a minus in the middle. Then you do square root of x squared and square root of 25. Square root of x squared again and square root of 25. 25 here. Let me just erase that. You do square root of 25. So you use your calculator to find the answer. Square root will cancel your squared there. You have x plus square root of 25, it's 5. Open bracket again. Square root of x squared is x minus square root of 25, which is 5. And just like that, you have found your answer. So basically, when it comes to doing difference between two squares, you just have to open two brackets, and basically you just do the same thing over and over. You have a plus and your minus, then you have a square root of 9x squared minus square root plus square root of 4. Then you have a square root of 9x squared minus square root of 4. Then you just look for the square root of 9. So the square root of 9 is 3. Square root of x squared is x plus 9. Square root of 4, it will be 2. Then the same thing, square root of 9 x squared is 3x minus square root of 4 is 2. Then just like that, you found your answer. And also continuing doing the same thing, opening two brackets. Let me make these brackets a little bit bigger because there are more bigger numbers in there. Square root of 64 x squared, remember it's plus and minus. Then square root of 49 y squared, square root of 64x squared and square root of 49y squared. Then you just press in your calculator. Square root of 64, think it's 8, and square root of x squared is x, then plus square root of 49 is 7, square root of y squared is y. Open bracket, square root of 64, it's 8. As we said, square root of x squared is x, and minus square root of 49, 7, and square root of y squared is y. Then just like that, you found your answer. The only tricky part is when you find something like this. It is basically easy if you know how to tackle the question, but if you do not know how to tackle the question, then it's going to be a problem for you. But if you know how to tackle a question, it becomes easy. So let's just do this one. So what do you do when you find something like this? So here, what you can do, here's what you can do. You can let your x minus 9 equal to k, right? Let your x minus 9 equal to k. Notice that I didn't say x minus 9 all squared equal to k, but I said x minus 9 equals to k. So let's just rewrite our equation. So it will be 16 minus, now remember we said our x minus 9 is equals to k, so it will be 16 minus k, then it will be k squared. Okay, don't forget that part is very important. Then now you do your difference between two squares. Then you open two brackets, you open your two brackets, a plus and a minus. Plus and a minus, the square root of 16 and a square root of k squared. K squared, square root of 16, square root of k squared, k squared. Then you punch in your calculator, you see what you get for square root of 16. Square root of 16, I think square root of 16 you get 4. So plus square root of k squared you get a k, and square root of 16 you got a 4, minus square root of k, it's k. But remember, this is very important for you to remember. Your k, but your k is equals to, you said your k is equals to x minus 9. Now you have to substitute that x minus 9 back to k. So it will be equals to 4 plus, let's substitute our k, it will be x minus 9, close bracket again, we open another bracket, then 4 minus, we substitute in our k again, x minus 9, close bracket. Now then we solve. Okay, we just solve this. So 4, so if in front here there's a positive, it makes things easier because you could just write out everything the way it is. So but if there's a negative, like here we have a negative, then things change a little bit, because you have to multiply everything inside by a negative. So negative multiplied by x, it will be negative x, and negative multiplied by negative 9 will be positive 9. Okay, when you get to this point, you just have to do your common factors. So what are your common factors? You see you have your 4 and your negative 9 as a common factor. Also this side you have your 4 and your plus 9 as a common factor. So you start with the first bracket, you just write out your x the way it is, then 4 minus 9, it will give you, I think it will give you minus 5 if you punch it in your calculator. So again you just write out your minus x. So 4 plus 9, that's 4 plus 9, 4 plus 9 is plus 13. Then just like that you would have gotten your answer. So thank you very much for tuning into this session of difference of two squares. Please make sure you like, you subscribe, and you also comment if there is any question. So we have some few exercises for you that you can do just to practice. So just do these following exercises, and when you get the answers, wait for a minute. Just do this exercise, and when you get the answer, just wait a minute. Just actually pause the video. Just pause your video. After you unpause your video, you'll see the answers.